Hi, I'm Jeff. I've spent most of my adult life fixing things people swore they didn't touch. Now, I make YouTube videos teaching you how to set up smart devices. No judgment, just instructions. In this video, I'm going to show you how to run smart tests on your hard drives in TrueNAS. This video is part of my TrueNAS series, so if you're interested in that, take a look at the TrueNAS playlist on my channel. If this video saved you effort, Patreon helps offset mine. Either way, this video is still accurate. So what is SMART and why do we need to test? SMART stands for Self-Monitoring, Analysis, and Reporting Technology. It got its start in the early 90s at IBM as PFA, or Predictive Failure Analysis. This was pretty basic and returned only a binary result of monitoring software, okay, or likely to fail soon. Later, Compaq teamed up with Seagate, Quantum, and Connor and created IntelliSafe. In early 1995, it was submitted for standardization, and in May of that year, after IBM and Western Digital got on board, the resulting jointly developed standard was named SMART. Good drives should pass all SMART tests, and if any drives fail to pass any of the tests, hard drive vendors will replace an in-warranty drive if you tell them it failed a SMART test and request an RMA. You should test all drives in your system before creating a pool. I learned this the hard way.
Emotional damage!
First thing you're going to need to do is either SSH into your TrueNAS server or log in at the console. Run lsblk to display all the drives in the system. To identify the unused drives in the system, because you're going to use unused drives to create your pool, right? Look at the list of drives. 2 of them will have TrueNAS installed on them already, if you did a mirror like I did, and those are most likely going to be SDA and SDB. But you'll see they have entries beneath the device with numbers after them, which are partitions. That's how you know they're used. In this example here, I'm adding a hot spare to my system, and that disk is SDD. You can tell because it doesn't have anything beneath it, whereas the rest of them all have like SDC1 or SDE1 underneath the drive. Now, not every drive is going to support every one of these types of tests, but running them won't hurt anything, so do all 3. The first test is conveyance. The command you want to run is smartctl-t conveyance, and then the device, which in my case is whack-dev whack-std. This test is super quick. It verifies the integrity of internal components like heads and platters in just a few minutes, and it basically tells you if the drive survived shipping, aka conveyance. To view the output like you see here on the screen, the command is smartctl-a whack-dev whack-std in my case. Yours might be whack-dev whack-stb, stc, whatever. After the conveyance test finishes, next, you need to run a short test. The command for that is smartctl-t short, and then your device, which again for me is whack-dev whack-std. Let that run for a bit until it finishes, and make sure there's no errors. It won't take long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Now, for the big one, the long test. Do not skip this. I skipped it when I built my TrueNAS server, and it cost me. One of my drives actually failed it the first time TrueNAS ran the scheduled test. I had to shut down the system, RMA the drive, wait for it to be shipped back, add it back to the system again. Just test first, okay? If any of them fail, warranty them before you start loading up data. Much easier that way and way less stressful. Anyhow, the length of time a long test is going to take to complete will depend on the size and speed of your drives. For my 18 terabyte spinning drives, a long test took right about 24 hours or so. You can run multiple drives simultaneously, so don't think that if you have 7 drives, it's going to take you a week. Just type the commands in one right after another and then come back the next day and check the results for all of them. If this video helped you, please subscribe. If it didn't, I assume user error. When you finish testing all your drives and they've all passed, go and check out my next video about how to create a pool on your TrueNAS server.